Hey guys, in this video, we are going to move on to getting our displacement maps ready so that we could take them inside Mari and begin to project our pores on the character's skin so that later on we're going to be able to use those displacement maps inside ZBrush to create those nice refined pores on our character's skin. And the really nice website that you could use to download those displacement maps that we need is going to be texturing.xyz. So this is a really nice website. Lots of really professional film studio, big film studio use them. MPC uses them, Digital Domain, Framestore, Weta, Blur Studio. So lots of really big name companies use this. This awesome website is just truly amazing. Amazing displacement maps, really nice high resolution, and you guys could go to skin, go to faces displacement, and there's some options here that you could choose from. There's the male face 40s, so it shows you the gender and also the age. You have female face, you have 30s, 60s. Now what I have used is the male face 40s here. And what's cool about this is we are getting the secondary, the tertiary, and micro. And the secondary basically are the bigger forms, the bigger shape of the skin pores. Tertiary is going to be somewhere in the middle, not too big, not too small. And the micro is going to be the really refined pore details. And these three are what we're going to be using later on. And if you go to this website, the resources here you do have to pay for. For personal use, you can pay $29.90 for this. Now, if you cannot afford this, you guys could just go to google.com and you guys could download some displacement pores map here that you could project onto Mari later. But let me tell you, this is just not going to be as good as what, of course, the professionals used, okay? As you can see, you get what you pay for, and this is really, really nice right here, okay? Really nice. I really highly recommend this if you have the money for it, okay? Alright, so I've actually bought one of these. I chose the male face 40s. Samuel Jackson, he's around 60s, 70s, but he does look pretty young for his age. And if you guys look at his photos where he is Nick Fury, I believe they put makeup on him because I've seen some photos where he actually looked like he's older than that, and I see some more wrinkles. But yeah, they definitely done some nice touch up on his face to make him look a little bit youthful. But I think this male face 40s full face, I think this here, it will work for Samuel Jackson, for the type of character that he's playing, Nick Fury. So this is good. There is the female face 60s, but I think that's too old, and I would like to keep it the male face, using the male face, the gender here. So this is what I've used here, okay? So now after you've downloaded it, you guys will have a zip folder. And inside that zip folder, if you extract it, which is what you will need to do in order to be able to use it, you're going to see that you have three files. You have the texturing XYZ underscore displacement, which is going to be the secondary pores. And then you have the texturing XYZ underscore micro, which is going to be the really, really hyper refined pore details. And the texturing XYZ underscore tertiary is somewhere in the middle, okay? The mid-level pores, not too big, not too small, okay? And these are the three PSD files you're going to get. And what you need to do is you're going to need to open those three files in Photoshop. File open. Okay, and then just go ahead and load them up. And it might take some time because these are really, really big files. Okay, now these are it. You could see, if you guys take a look at them, you see how the displacement, texturing underscore displacement, which is secondary, it does have bigger shapes. And then if you look at the tertiary, it got a little smaller, and the micro is really, really small, really micro details there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new canvas, a new document in which we're going to be placing all the three of these textures together, okay? Now, what we got to do first, we got to check what's the size for our textures here. Okay, so you could just select any one of these, going to image, and let's go to image size, and you could see the information in regards to the image size of this. Okay, so the width is 23,000 pixels and height is 17,400 pixels and resolution is 300. I want you guys to take note of this, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to File, go to New. We're gonna create a new canvas, and for the width, put it 23,000 by pixels. Whatever the width and the height in pixels for your textures that you downloaded from Textures XYZ, you need to put it here. And the resolution was 300, so I'm gonna set it 300. And color mode, let's set it to RGB color because we are gonna be using that, and I will let you know why we need the RGB channel. Hit create. So now we have a brand new blank document here. Okay, now I want you guys to go to Windows and go to Channel. Okay, so what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna put our secondary shapes, our secondary pores, we're gonna put it onto the red channel, which is gonna be this one here. Okay, the green channel, what we're gonna put there is gonna be the tertiary details. Okay, and then the blue channel, we're gonna put in our micro. Okay, so how do we do that? All right, so let's go ahead and deal with the red one first. Go ahead and select just the red channel, and let's go to our secondary. Click and drag here. All right, and Control A to select everything, so you could see the dotted rectangular selection here. And then Control C to copy, and then go back onto your blank canvas. Control V to paste it, and just wait for a bit. It is a big file. Okay, there you go. So now we have the secondary shape plug in onto the red channel, and we could just X this one out. Okay, next thing that we're gonna be doing is going to the green channel here. Okay, for the green channel, we're gonna plug in our tertiary details. So Control A to select, Control C to copy, and then going back to our blank canvas with the green channel selected, Control V to paste it onto the green channel. So now we got our tertiary details onto the green channel, and we could just X this out here. X that out. Next up is going to be the blue one. So make sure you click on the blue channel here, and then let's go to our micro. Control A to select all, Control C to copy, and X that out. And then we could go ahead and on the blue channel, Control V. There you go. So now we just check everything. We got here on the red channel, we got our bigger forms, our bigger pores. On the green channel, we got our tertiary. You could tell that it got smaller, the details. And then the blue channel, you got even way smaller, like a really micro size. Okay, and that's exactly what we need for our file here, for our displacement map. Okay, and let's just go ahead and Control D to deselect. Control D, D as in dog. All right, and we could just go ahead and save this file, save as. And I just created a new edit folder, and let's go ahead and save as a PSD file. Just call it, I'm gonna call it pore displacement. Okay, it's saving right now, and it's 83% saving. This is a huge texture, so it may take some time. Okay, when I tried to save, if you guys look here, when I tried to save the file, it says that the document exceeds the 2 2 GB, I guess, limit for saving Photoshop file. So that's way too big. All right, and I'm just gonna press OK. Okay, so this is also gonna be too big if we put it inside Mari. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to image size, and let's change the pixels here. For the width, we could set it, instead of 23K, let's set it to 16,000. Okay, so now it's 16,000 by 12,104, and this size is pretty good. You're going to have a much easier time when putting this in Mari, and I think if you have something over 16K pixels, Mari might not accept it. So it's best to keep it at a lower number. I mean, it's still big enough, all right, for what we're trying to do. So this is fine, and press OK. Okay, and if you right click and click on 100%, you see how it's still really big. Okay, so you could really still see those details there. So Control plus, Control minus to zoom in, zoom out. You could press H to bring up the hand tool here. You could drag. Okay, but this is fine, and I think this should be I should be able to save this now. Okay, so I was able to save it. Yay, that's great. Now our job is not done yet. Okay, what we need to do is we need to create separate files for each of the features of the face. So we're gonna have to crop out a file for our forehead. This is gonna be the forehead, and then we're also gonna have to make another separate document for the nose. That's gonna be the nose area. And also we're gonna make a separate PSD document for our face here, which includes the lips. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we could go to File, Save As, and I'm going to call this one Nose, and it's saving. Then I'm going to go to File, Save As, and I'm gonna make another one. I made another copy of this. I'm gonna call this one Face. And let's go and save one last one, which is gonna be for the forehead. So we got 3: face, nose, and forehead. Okay, so now that we have a document for forehead, face, and nose, we could begin cropping. Okay, so right now I am on the forehead PSD. Okay, so for that one, we could just go ahead and crop, go to the crop tool here, and find the forehead, which is going to be right about here. All right. And after you crop it, just go back to the move tool, and then it's going to ask you, do you want to crop the image? Yes, crop. Okay, good. And we could just go ahead and save again. File, save. Okay, and then we could just X this one out, and let's open the face and also the nose. We haven't cropped those yet. Okay, so starting with the nose right here, going to just crop out the area for our nose here. And hit save. Okay, that was a fast one. And exit out. And then for our face, go ahead and crop out just the face area. Right here. Okay, crop. Okay, let me just make it a little better. And just save it, or Control S save. Okay, so everything's all saved. There is one last thing that we gotta do, I promise, okay? Is to get this thing ready in Mari, okay? Let's go ahead and open all our PSD again for our face, forehead, and nose. Okay, so if you are using a student version, which is probably most of you guys are using the student version of Mari, it's only gonna accept the PSD files here that are 8-bit. So if these are 16-bit, these files, you're gonna have an error, okay, trying to import this into Mari. So yeah, let's go ahead and fix this. If you have the commercial version, then it should work whether you have 16-bit or not. So if you don't have the commercial version, this is what you gotta do. So for each of the PSD file here, you gotta go to image and make sure that instead of 16 bits, make sure you have 8 bits, okay? And then yeah, just go ahead and do that and save all of them. Okay, go to forehead, 8 bits. I have, of course, the commercial version, but I want to be able to work with you guys, and you guys just follow me step by step, so we are all on the same page. And so I am making mine 8-bit, okay? 16 bits, of course, is a better resolution, but since the student version only have 8 bits, then only the Mari version only accept 8 bits, so that's what we're gonna have to do here. But it still does its purpose. It's still good, okay? You're still gonna get pretty nice results. And make sure that you save them. Okay guys, so everything has been modified. We got all our 3 textures, face, forehead, and nose, and they're all 8 bits. And they are the right resolution, and we also have cropped them for each facial feature. And in the next video, guys, we are going to start exporting our base mesh out of ZBrush and also a decimated mesh that we could use inside Mari. Okay, and I'll see you guys.